Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. Asif Ali Sayed from the Department of Business Administration, Aligarh Muslim University, Aligarh. Today, we shall be discussing about the module Defining Entrepreneurship of the paper Skill Development and Social Entrepreneurship. After completing this module, the students will be able to understand the concept and relevance of defining entrepreneurship and get familiar with the dimensions of types of entrepreneurship as defined by the subject experts. Introduction. The entrepreneur is an important input of economic development. He or she is a catalyst of development. Defining the different definitions coined to illustrate an entrepreneur is a step to understand the potential and dimensions of this engine of economic growth. The definition of an entrepreneur shall not be limiting to the individual but the activity undertaken, that is entrepreneurship. It shall also explore the structure of the venture along with the entrepreneur, as both are complementary to each other. The entrepreneurs are individual or individuals who innovates, organizes, operates and assumes the risks of taking a new business venture. They are engaged in the process of running a business of one's own, which is known as entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship can be witnessed from all types of backgrounds and creates all kinds of business. All ages of people may choose to become entrepreneurs. Some own tiny craft shops, while others own huge construction companies. Entrepreneurs try to identify the need of the marketplace and to meet those needs to supplying a service or product. Entrepreneurship plays an important role for any country in promoting economic growth and technological changes. It is directly related to the socio-economic development of the society as well. Entrepreneurship provides great opportunities for productive employment and also functions as an instrument of social and economic change in the society. Genesis of the term entrepreneur. Although there have been a number of generally accepted definitions, most of them which vary a lot in focus and scope. There is no official definition of entrepreneurship. The word entrepreneur in English is derived from the French word entreprendre, which means to undertake. A Webster dictionary explains that the term entrepreneur is applicable to one who organizes, manages and assumes the risks of a business or enterprise. The general perception of entrepreneur as a starter of business is reflected by the definition in the BBC English dictionary, which refers to an entrepreneur as a person who sets up a business. Perhaps one of the most important definitions of an entrepreneur was given by an Austrian economist, Joseph Schumpeter, who was between 1883 and 1950. In his work, The Theory of Economic Development, as an entrepreneur playing the role of a dynamic businessman, adding material growth to the economic development. The New Encyclopedia Britannica elucidates that entrepreneur is an individual responsible for operation of business, including choice of a product, mobilizing of necessary capital, decisions on product prices and quantities, employment of labor, and expansion or reduction of the productive facilities. The above definition of entrepreneur highlights the various facets of an entrepreneur. There are firstly, an entrepreneurship innovates, that is, comes up with a new concept, product or service. Secondly, entrepreneurship organizes a new venture, that is, initiates or starts a new business enterprise. Thirdly, entrepreneurship operates, that is, runs a new business venture and strives hard to sustain and grow it. Fourthly, entrepreneurship assumes the risks, that is, takes the responsibility of the outcomes of the business enterprise, both positive and negative. Obviously, a comprehensive and unanimous acceptable definition of the word entrepreneur and subsequently entrepreneurship is yet to be adapted. However, by combining some of the latest and the salient characteristics of the traits, it can be said that the term entrepreneur specifies precisely a dynamic individual who has creative talents, takes initiatives, assembles necessary resources, risks own money and fortunes, undertakes a new venture, introduces in the new market something new and useful, and who is eventually rewarded with a profit or loss. And as the process is involved in undertaking such activities, the person is aptly known as an entrepreneur, and the activity is known as entrepreneurship. Scope of entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship has varied and wide scope. There are many opportunities for entrepreneurs for each type of business, which is broadly categorized into four: manufacturing businesses that actually produce the product they sell, wholesaling business that sell products to people other than the final customer, retailing business that sell products directly to the people who use or consume them, and service business that sells services rather than products. Let us look at some of the products which fall under these four categories. Manufacturing would have apparel and other textile products, chemical and other related products, electronics and other electrical equipments, fabricated metal products, food products, industrial machinery and equipments, printing and publishing, rubber and miscellaneous plastic products, and stone, clay and glass products. Wholesaling would involve products like apparel, electrical goods, groceries and related products, hardware, both plumbing and heating equipments, construction material, machinery and equipment supplies, motor vehicles and automotive equipments, paper and paper products, and petroleum products. Retailing would have products like auto and home supply stores, building materials and supply stores, clothing stores, florists, furniture stores, gift novelty and souvenir stores, grocery stores, hardware stores, jewelry, retail bakeries, shoe stores, sporting goods and bicycle stores. Coming down to service, we will have the different areas towards the scope of entrepreneurship as appliance repair, automotive repair, babysitting, bookkeeping, consulting, dance instruction, electrical service, flowers, decorators, house cleaners, lawn care, painting. Definition of an entrepreneur. The term entrepreneur is defined in a variety of ways, yet no consensus has been arrived at on the precise skills and abilities that make a person a successful entrepreneur. The concept of entrepreneur varies from country to country as well as from period to period, and the level of economic development, thoughts and receptions. A view of research done in different disciplines over the year would improve on our understanding of the concept of the word entrepreneur. The word entrepreneur is derived from French verb entreprendre to means to undertake. In the early 16th century, the Frenchmen who organized and led military expeditions were referred to as entrepreneurs. Around 1700 AD, the term was used for architects and contractors of public work. Ballard Bellider applied it in the function of buying material and labor at uncertain prices and selling the resultant products at contracted prices. Quinze regarded the rich farmer as an entrepreneur who manages to his business profitably with intelligence, skill and wealth. In many countries, the entrepreneur is often associated with the person who starts his own new small business. Business encompasses manufacturing, transport, trade and all other self-employed vocations in service sector. But not every new small business is entrepreneurial or represents entrepreneurship. The term entrepreneur was applied to business initially by a French economist Cantillon in the 18th century to designate a dealer who purchases the means of production for combining them into marketable products. Another Frenchman, J.B. Say, expanded Cantillon's idea and conceptualized the entrepreneur as an organizer of the business firm, central to its distributive and production functions. Beyond stressing the entrepreneur's importance to the business, Say did little with the entrepreneurial analysis. According to J.B. Say, an entrepreneur is the economist agent who unites all means of production and labor forces of the one and capital or land of the other, and finds in it the value of the products his results from their employment, the reconstitution of the entire capital he utilizes, and the value of the wages, the interests and the rent which he pays, as well as the profits belonging to himself. He emphasized the functions of coordination, organization and supervision. Further, it can be said that the entrepreneur is an organizer and speculator of a business enterprise. The entrepreneur lifts economic resources out of an area of lower into a higher productivity and higher yields. The new Encyclopedia Britannica considers an entrepreneur as an individual who bears the risk of operating a business in the face of uncertainty about the future conditions. Leading economists of all schools, including Karl Marx, have emphasized the contribution of the entrepreneurs to the development of economies. But Joseph Schumpeter, who argues that the rate of growth in an economy depends to a great extent on the activities of entrepreneur, has probably put great emphasis on the entrepreneurial function than on any other economist. As Professor Jan Tinberg points out, the best entrepreneur in any developing country is not necessarily the man who uses much capital, but rather the man who knows how to organize the employment and training of the employees. Whoever concentrates on this is rendering a much more important service to his country than the man who uses huge capital. Schumpeter's definition of entrepreneur. Joseph A. Schumpeter thus writes, "The entrepreneur in an advanced economy is an individual who introduces something new in the economy, a method of production not yet tested by experience in the branch of manufacture concerned, a product with which consumers are not yet familiar, a new source of raw material or of new markets and the like." He further states that entrepreneur's function is to reform or revolutionize the pattern of production by exploiting an invention or, more generally, an untried technological possibility for producing a new commodity. Briefly, an entrepreneur is one who innovates, raises money, assembles inputs, chooses managers, and sets the organization going with his ability to identify them. Innovation occurs through 1. The introduction of a new quality in a product, a discovery of a fresh demand and a fresh source of supply, and by changes in the organization and management. In the case of a developing economy like India, the concept is being understood differently. An entrepreneur in a developing economy is one who starts an industry old or new, undertakes risks, bears uncertainty, and also performs the managerial functions of decision making and coordinating. He also puts the new process based on technological research into operation. Even if he imitates any technique of production from a developed economy, he is called an entrepreneur. In point of fact, entrepreneurship in developing economies is one form of labor that tells the rest of the labor what to do and sees to it that it gets things done. Unlike in the developed industrial world, emphasis is not put, nor is there any need for it, only on Schumpeterian innovations. In the case of developing countries, Schumpeter's entrepreneurship only exists if the factors of production are combined for the first time. To him, maintenance of a combination is not entrepreneurial activity. As such, he differs from the theory of rent enunciation by Ricardo. Ricardo included the term entrepreneurial ability as an independent factor of production. To Ricardo, profit is the reward for entrepreneurial ability. Drucker's view on entrepreneurship. Peter Drucker has aptly observed that innovation is the specific tool of entrepreneurs, the means by which they exploit changes as an opportunity for a different business or a different service. It is capable of being presented as a discipline, capable of being learned and practiced. Entrepreneurs need to search purposefully for the sources of innovation and the changes and their symptoms that indicate opportunities for successful innovation, and they need to know and to apply the principles of successful innovation. Systematic innovation, according to Drucker, consists in the purposeful and organized search for changes, and in the systematic analysis of the opportunities. Such changes might, after scope for economic and social analysis of the opportunities, might offer scope for economic and social innovation. According to Drucker, three conditions have to be fulfilled. First, innovation at work. It requires knowledge and ingenuity. It makes great demands on diligence, persistence, and commitment. Second, to succeed, innovation must build on their strength. Third, innovation always has to be close to the market, focused on the market, indeed, market driven. Especially systematic innovation means monitoring 6 sources for innovative opportunity. The first 3 sources lies within the enterprise, whether it be a business or a public service institution or within an industry or service sector. They are therefore visible primarily to people within that industry or service sector. They are basically symptoms, but they are highly reliable indicators of changes, and they have already occurred or can be made to occur with little effort. These 4 sources area are the unexpected success, the unexpected failure, the unexpected outside event, the incongruity between reality as it actually is and reality as it is assumed to be or as it ought to be. Third, innovation in industry structure or market structure that catches everyone unawares. The second set of sources for innovative opportunity, a set of 3, involves changes outside the industry or enterprise. Demographics, that is population change, changes in perception, moods and meaning, and new knowledge, both scientific and non-scientific. Walker's view on entrepreneurship. According to Francis A. Walker, the true entrepreneur is one who is endowed with more than average capacities in the task of organizing and coordinating the various other factors of production. He should be a pioneer, a captain of industry. A supply of such entrepreneurship is, however, quite limited, and enterprise in general consists of such grade of organizational skill and capability. The more efficient entrepreneurs receive a surplus reward over and above the managerial wages, and this sum constitutes true profit ascribable to superior talent. New concept of entrepreneur and entrepreneurship. The term entrepreneur has been defined as one who detects and evaluates a new situation in his environment and directs the makings of such an adjustment in the economic system as he deems necessary. He conceives of an industrial enterprise for the purpose, displays considerable initiative, grit and determination in bringing his project to fruition, and in this process performs on or more of one of the following. 1. Perceives opportunity for profitable investment. 2. Explores the prospects of starting such a manufacturing enterprise. 3rd. Obtains necessary industrial licenses. 4th. Arranges initial capital. 5th. Provides personal guarantees to the financial institutions. 6th. Promises to meet the shortfalls in the capital. And 7th. Supplies technical know-how. Thus, entrepreneurship is the process of creating value by bringing together a unique package of resources to exploit an opportunity. Some observations include the term entrepreneur has now been attributed to all industrialists, small business traders and industrialists. All people who are gainfully engaged in work, manufacturing, distribution of services or other sectors are called entrepreneurs. Again, even the founder, creator and risk takers are called entrepreneurs. Each of these terms focus on some aspect of an entrepreneur. They have some attributes, but they are not entrepreneurs in the strict sense. Many unsuccessful people have been good at copying and or imitating others. The term entrepreneur can only be understood with a bearing on economic, psychological, sociological and cultural bearings. The social responsibility is essential part of entrepreneurial outlook on life. Entrepreneurship may be defined in various ways, but the four key elements involved in it are innovation, risk-taking, vision and organizational skills. All the four elements are interrelated and form a continuous process in business. Entrepreneurial vision encompasses the relentless pursuit for operational excellence, innovative technology and being responsive to the needs of the marketplace. Family business. In India, family business accounts for about 70% of the total sales and net profits of the biggest 250 private sector companies. Big families have carved up a big industries. In vehicles, for example, the Tatas make lorries, Bajaj family makes two-wheelers and Mahindras make jeeps. They diversified into business where they could be getting permits to operate. Borrowing mainly from public sector institutions was easy and company law made it simple to control subsidiaries through with very small shareholdings. Entrepreneurship is not just a way to increase the level of innovation and productivity. Productivity of organizations, although it will do that, more importantly, it is a way of initiating vast businesses so that work becomes a joyful expression of one's contribution to society. The Indian entrepreneur, intrapreneur or the managers of the present day have to be molded in psychophysiology rooted in the Indian context and values. The concept of intrapreneur and entrepreneurship incorporates basic qualities of leadership, innovation, enterprise, hard work, vision and maximization of profits. All their socio-economic, organizational and managerial qualities are always directed towards the well-being of the society and community. Thus, an entrepreneur is committed towards the well-being progress. He is a catalytical person and a catalytical agent of the development and change. Personal satisfaction and monetary rewards are blended with social betterment and welfare of the mankind. Conclusion. Let us conclude what we have tried to discuss so far, as a number of entrepreneurial managers have attempted to identify the key natures of entrepreneur, intrapreneur, entrepreneurship in the post-industrial revolution. The definition as well as entrepreneurial process and structure have therefore undergone changes with the changes in the socio-economic environment and will continue to undergo changes with the changing times. However, some basic concepts of innovation, risk-taking, vision and organizing skills continue to be the four pillars on which the edifice of entrepreneurial concept has to be perceived from time to time. Thank you.